welcome back to my channel. My name is Ilona K, and today we are doing the Get to Know Me videos. Stay tuned. In my previous videos, I mentioned that I would like to do a Get to Know Me video. So I asked you questions, and I have those questions here today to be answered. So before we get started, I thought I would just do a little introduction about myself. So my name is Ilona K. I am in my early 20s. I am a llama fanatic, okay? My close friends and family would know that I am absolutely crazy of anything llama. The physical llama, alpacas, I have a llama mouse pad, I have 2 llama stuffed toys. If I could have anything llama in this world and everything, I would. So that's the one thing that I feel you should all know about me, is I am crazy about llamas. Another thing that's interesting that you might not have known about me is that I used to do ballet when I was a little girl. I'll add some photos so that you can see me doing my ballet. I started ballet when I was around 5 or 6 years old, and I did it all the way until around 9 or 10 years old, and then I stopped ballet. Around the age of 12, I then started modeling. I started doing pageantry modeling, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and it had its ups and downs, definitely, but I do feel that it made me the person that I am today. It's definitely helped my confidence, my self-esteem, as well as my public speaking and my ability to speak to a lot of people and have the confidence in doing that. 2 funny facts about me before we get started is that I don't know why, I don't know where it came from, but I'm a fanatic about the way that I cut my bread. Well, cut my sandwiches, should I rather say. So I've added a photo over here that you'll see of 2 sandwiches I made, one for my boyfriend and one for myself. You'll see the way he cuts it, and you'll see the way I cut it. I prefer it if you have the bread like this and you cut it horizontally, not diagonally. I don't know why, it's very weird, but it's just the way that I prefer to have my bread cut. Super weird, but there's the one fact. The second thing about me is that I have 12 years full school attendance, which means basically that, but it means that from grade 1 all the way until grade 12, I hadn't missed a single day of school. And I know this might sound extremely difficult to a lot of you, but to be honest, it kind of came, I would say, by accident. I am not a sickly person. I've never been a person who gets sick very quickly. And my mom was very strict, so it would be a case of, if you're sick, very sick, you can stay at home. If not, you go to school. Bunking was never an idea. So I never got sick, therefore I always went to school. And when I was 10 years old in grade 5, we then came to realize that I had not missed a day since grade 1, and from then on decided to keep it going further. And when I reached grade 12, I got a certificate to state that I had 12 years full school attendance. So now that the intros are all done, let's get to the questions. I would like to do a shout out to those who did ask me questions. I really appreciate it. It was awesome. Thanks for the engagement. So I have Gerard over here. He does a lot of song covers. He has a musical channel, and I love his channel. The covers he does, he's really a star. I just wanted you to know that, and everyone to know that. I really love it, and I'll put the link down below. Please do go check out his channel. He's awesome. The question Gerard had for me as a musician and a cover artist, he had a twofold question. The first question was, if I play an instrument. I started learning to play keyboard when I went for music lessons back 10 years ago, but I just kind of lost the hang of it. I never practiced enough, and I never picked it up. I could play the simple songs, ABC, Happy Birthday, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and a few others, but I hadn't went through a course or actually watched enough YouTube videos or anything like that to actually teach myself. It is still my goal to learn keyboard and play an instrument. It's always been a dream of mine. I did try to play guitar a couple years ago, but to be honest, it just hurt my fingers too much, and I just thought, you know what? No, if this is what it means to play guitar, it's not for me. So there's that. And my favorite instrument that I would love to learn is the violin. I just think it is so majestic and magical. I don't know why. Of all the instruments, it's my favorite. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it looks when someone holds it, and I just think it's very interesting. So I do want to learn how to play violin. You also asked me who are my favorite artists. So my music range is very vast. I listen from country to jazz to a little bit of rock and pop. So I'm going to mention a few of my favorite artists, but it's like a whole range. I've got so many, so it's going to be difficult to mention them all. But my top favorites is definitely Taylor Swift. She's up there. I'm a Swiftie fan all the way. I love her from her first song, which was A Love Story, all the way to her latest album. I am such a fan of her, so she is definitely up there as my top. I'm also a lover for Daughtry and Nickelback. I absolutely love them. Another few of my artists that I love is definitely Michael Bublé. I just love his music. It's just super, super awesome. I am also a Post Malone fan. I am completely obsessed of his latest album. I love it to bits. I do have loads more, but that's to mention a few of my favorite artists. So the second question I got asked was from my second mom. So I'm going to link her channel over here. So she has a channel called You're Not Alone, and it is such an amazing channel. Please do go check it out. She does all different kinds of videos, from cooking videos to product reviews. She also gives a lot of tips and advice on how to grow on YouTube, which I find is amazing, and they're even helpful for me. So definitely go check her channel out. Please support her. I would really appreciate that. So moving on to her question. So her question to me was, what is my greatest fear? So this question for me was a little bit difficult because I really took a lot of days to think about it and to think about what exactly my fear is. My greatest fear in life is to try to be somebody else and not be 100% me. So my whole life, I've kind of felt that I couldn't be myself and I couldn't be who I am and be who Ilona is. So that would be my greatest fear, is to not be true to myself and be shy and timid to bring out my crazy, bubbly self because of the fear that people wouldn't accept that. And with that, also not achieving my full potential because of those fears. Because I'm too afraid to put myself out there, that I don't reach my full potential and don't become as successful as I should because I'm too afraid. So that would definitely be my greatest fear in life. Alright, so I looked online for a few more questions to kind of spark things about me. So we're going to get started with those. So my favorite color is the color red. I am such a lover of red. I love the color red. My favorite book, I have a lot, as you would have seen in my previous videos, but my favorite book would definitely have to be The Language of Flowers. I will put that photo over there for that book. It was such an inspirational book. I advise you to please go check it out. I found another interesting question, my alternative career options. So when I was in high school, I used to bake chocolate chip cookies for my friends and a lot of the students at the high school, and I absolutely loved it. Please comment down below. I can give you the full story on how they started. It was such an amazing journey for me, and it was so heartwarming for me with that journey of baking the cookies for my friends. So with that dream came opening my own bake shop, so that would definitely be my alternative career. My star sign is Libra, and I am definitely the scales and quite proud of it too. My favorite season, definitely spring. I love spring. Winter for me is too cold and summer is too hot. Spring is just perfect. I also don't like autumn because it's that weird like in-between phase where it's a bit cold and everything feels dry and everything, like all the plants are dying. I love spring because it's warm but it's not too warm. Definitely my favorite season. Then my favorite series is definitely Vampire Diaries and Glee. My ultimate favorite series, those two. I absolutely love them, and they've definitely built a lot of my character and who I am today, and I've learned a lot of lessons from them each. The stupidest thing I ever believed as a kid was the fact that there was a shark in the pool. I must say, I got such anxiety, and it was such a phobia for me. You know, especially when I would swim when it was around 7 o'clock and it started getting dark, I would have such a phobia that there was a shark in the water. And I would always try and make sure I'm like at the top of the water and not try and swim lower to make sure the shark doesn't eat me. I mean, it's so silly. I mean, but that was the stupidest thing that I believed as a kid. My favorite Disney character is definitely Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She has been my favorite character since about the age of 10. I love her. I love her hair. I love her dress. I love the story of Beauty and the Beast. It's so inspirational for me. I'm a Disney fan through and through, but she's definitely my favorite character. What bad habits do I have? One of the bad habits I definitely have, I learned this a lot with living alone, is I don't put stuff back. It's something my mom always told me as a kid, you know, that I don't put stuff back, and I never believed it until I moved out by myself. And I mean, it would get to a point that one day I realized there are 5 pairs of shoes in my lounge, and that should be concerning to you. I mean, honestly, I leave my hoodies everywhere. I will take my charger from my bedroom and use it in the lounge, and then when I go to bed at night, remember it's in the lounge, and it's such a mess. I can't remember to like put things back where they belong or take them. It's a mess. Alright, so for the last one, I'm going to get a bit deep and emotional on this one. So I saw the question of what advice would I give my 15-year-old self. This is going to be a tough one. So I had thought of this question. It is on RuPaul's Drag Race. They asked them a lot. At the end, on the finale, they will have a photo of the contestants, and RuPaul will actually ask the contestants what would they tell their 5-year-old self. So I have thought about it before. I've also done a social media post on it. I will link that down below. So here goes. I would tell my 15-year-old self, Ilona K, keep going for your dream. You're going to get people that are going to judge you. You're going to get people who are not going to get you. You're going to get people who don't have the same belief systems as you, who aren't as open as you. But I encourage you to always be who you are, and never try and fit into a box that society and people are trying to put you in, because you were never meant to be in that box. You are not meant to be putting yourself in a box. And I hope that it doesn't take you until your 20s to realize who you are, and that you're amazing, and that you're really beautiful, and that you're such an inspiration to people, and that you shouldn't listen to what other people say about you and make that who you are, because that's not who you are. You have a voice to be reckoned with. You're an amazing person. You're such an inspiration. You have such a kind heart. And the people who don't believe in you, don't worry about them. Don't fret on them. Be there for them, but believe in yourself. Believe who you are, and believe that you will get somewhere. You will become something great someday, and know to love yourself. Above all, take time for yourself, love yourself, and really, really listen to what's going on in your heart and how you feel. And I love you lots and lots, and I'm super proud of you for sticking through it, and I'm proud of you for sticking it out. And I'm proud of you for taking the stance and being yourself and saying, this is who I am, despite what you think of me, despite what you know of me. This is me, and take me for me. So I want to thank you all for watching this video. Thank you for all the support on my channel. Please remember to put your comments down below, like this video if you found some inspiration, if you found some things interesting about me, and please remember to subscribe to my channel and tap that notification bell, and I will see you in my next video.